Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127. Welcome back to another Skyforge PlayStation 4 video. And in today's video, I have two topics I want to talk about. Now, I know on my previous Skyforge video, I promised you guys by leaving a note in the comment section saying that was actually my last Skyforge video due to, the demand and the hate that, Skyforge just gets on my channel. Like, people literally dislike videos on my channel because they're, Skyforge, which I understand. I get it. These devs have pissed off a lot of people, and a lot of my rants about the game have pissed off a lot of people. I completely understand that. But guys, honestly, like the title says, and I promise to it right now, this is my last Skyforge video. So in this video, we're going to be covering two things. The first thing is going to be some recent news and a leak I got about Skyforge. I'll be leaving a link in the description below, so you guys can check this leak out for yourself and see what you make of it. But also, for the second part of the video, we're also going to be talking about something community related. Just do know that I plan on forwarding this video to a lot of community managers and developers. I'm going to show you guys how I plan on doing that once we get into that portion of the video. So anyway, enjoy the gameplay in the background, doing the evacuation mission. This will be the first mission I've done on the mechanoid invasion. Obviously, you guys can see I haven't touched the game much. I literally just log in every day, collect my bonuses, look around, see what's new, and I get off. That's really, all I do now with this game. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is we have a leak for a new class coming to Skyforge. Now, this worries me, and come to find out, they're actually going to be showing off some PlayStation 4 gameplay at Gamescom. Now, I'm going to read you guys a description of what's going on here. It says their duration is going to be 30 minutes. Skyforge PS4. After a successful launch on PlayStation earlier this year, the action MMORPG is ramping up to introduce a host of exciting content. The massive player base has already embraced switching between 14 classes, but 15 sounds even more exciting. So you can take what you want from that, but it does sound like that they're hinting at teasing another class. Now, I don't know if it means teasing it at this event, showing it sometime in the future, or even showing it sometime beforehand. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys read, see what you make about that yourselves. But the only thing that scares me about that is their DLC classes really seem to be always overpowered. Outlaw is a prime example. For those who don't know, Outlaw is not an original Skyforge class. Outlaw was a DLC class added to the PC version later on. The only reason it's a normal class in our version is because we got all that stuff, at once. Our DLC classes were the Necromancer, Witch, and Monk. For some reason they were missing out of the game, which I still don't understand to this day. I'm just not even going to get into that. But yeah, so there's a possibility of a new class coming, which is pretty cool. Some decent good news. I just hope that they do go down the right path with this class. It's not some microtransaction gimmicks, some super powered pay to win character and all that stuff, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit afraid of. But I'm just gonna pray that they do the right thing. Now, on to the next part of this video, and this is the part I want to get at. I want to get at the most important. In this little thing, in this little article I just gave to you guys, you'll notice if you go towards the bottom, there's a bunch of people you can email and get direct contact from on my.com and Alad's team, the developers and publishers of this game. This video is going to be sent to every single one of those emails listed below, and also it's going to be sent directly to the community manager of the game, Killshift, and I do want to give him a special shout out because even though the game hasn't went nowhere near the way we were all hoping, he has done an amazing job, communicating with the community and doing what he can on his end. But he's not a developer, he just announces what he's told. So special shout out to Killshift. Put his Twitter link here on the screen and everything, so you guys can follow him, check him out. That is the Skyforge guy. He's helped me out, gave me a lot of insight with the game and stuff like that. He's the one that got me into the Discord and everything, and then got me into the partnership program with them and all that fun stuff. But what we're going to be doing here for the second half of this video is I want to ask you guys a question, and then I'm going to answer the question for myself here in this video, and I want you guys to answer it in the comments below. Like, even if you got something you want to get off your chest, with the game or whatever, some negative feedback, try and keep it, as decent as possible. Don't just go, hey, f you my.com or f you Alids or whatever. I honestly want the developers to take a look and and understand our frustration here. Now, the question I have for you all is, what would it take? What changes would have to be made for you to give Skyforge another try? For you to dive back into this game, for you to come back and show this game some love, and possibly even consider playing it regularly. What would it take for that to happen for you? Now I want you to think about that and leave a comment below. Now, I want you guys to all answer this question, but I'm going to answer this question. I have a few things. Our first thing and most foremost thing that you guys are going to know, because I have been harping on this since day one, and I say it so much, people get annoyed by it. Text chat. That's the number one thing that to my opinion that ruins the MMO experience for this game. We have so many different types of content in here. You got 3-player missions, 5-man dungeons, 10-man raids, and you have a ton of it. You have a plethora of content in this game. When you hit end game and you get through your provinces, you actually have a lot to do. But the fact that you can't properly look for a group, when especially a lot of this stuff isn't match made, like distortions and things like that, you can't match make those. You gotta depend on some type of third-party software, a community or something like that, to go through that. And I go on my PlayStation friends list, add a bunch of random people just to run some raid or dungeon that's going to take maybe an hour at the most. And that's if we screw up a few times. I have to go through all that instead of just going in the little chat section saying LFG, distortion, blah blah blah, need tank or need support or need DPS or need this, need that, blah blah blah. It makes the experience even more complicated. The fact that the game has a level of complication as it is, because Skyforge's leveling system, how it works and everything, is very unique. It's not the traditional grab experience points to level up system. Skyforge has enough complications and a learning curve to it. Adding something to give it a bit more simplicity like that won't hurt the game, and I definitely believe that belongs in here and needs to be in here. The second thing, and a lot of people, some people, you guys who main Outlaw and love Outlaw, you're gonna be mad at me, but Outlaw needs to be nerfed. That's another thing. The reason Outlaw needs to be nerfed is because it's getting ridiculous and it takes a lot of shine away from the other classes. Like when you go into PvP now, PvP is literally being slowed down. You're getting slowed down and stunned to hell by a Cryomancer and a Lightbinder, and then an Outlaw just nukes everyone that's stuck in that circle. For PvP, on PvE, all people want to run is Outlaw because it does the most range damage. Every time you try to go into a raid, it's probably one Cryomancer, maybe a support, and it's 8 Outlaws. God forms, they're just twirling, gun-toting gods everywhere. If you've played Skyforge, you know that sound. And you know that twirling outlaw motion that's just going off 24/7 because that's all everyone wants to play. The only reason everyone wants to play that is because, it does a crap ton of damage. It's needed to, to get through hard content, because no one, does damage like that. And that's a bad thing, especially when, support classes, melee classes, especially, not even, because I love this class, but the Berserker. The Berserker needs shine. That thing's a shield killer. A lot of people don't even like playing that class because, it actually has, a bit of a complex rotation. There's a bit of a learning curve to it. That and Archer. Not a lot of people play Archer either. Why play the complicated Archer when you can go be Mr. Why play an Archer when you can just spin around with 2 pistols and do that all day and just spam AOE damage to death. I'm saying, guys, you're taking a lot of shine from your own content. Another thing, stop removing content with expansions. I get it, the whole invasion concept is cool, but when we have achievements and stuff like that on console, and there's people who want to go back and do old content, need gear to catch up and everything. If the invasion changes, that's fine, but at least let us have access to the older raids. If you're going to take the those enemies out of the main areas, change up the normal dungeons and stuff like that, fine. But for people who just want to who are still working on that that first set of content, want to complete everything, you gotta leave that stuff in there. It's really necessary to that it stays there. Another thing, earning classes needs to be easier. Period. Now, in all honesty, the Sparks of Transformation was a great idea. It's a lot cheaper. At one point in time, it felt like they dropped at a decent rate, and I honestly think, I said that because, it was just new. I got a decent amount right away, and I was a little bit hyped. So, my mistake for, making that assumption. But Sparks of Transformation actually takes longer than 3 million credits. Like, especially with these endgame areas, you can do 3 million credits now in like 4 hours. Like, if you spend a day playing Skyforge, a full day farming hard endgame content, you can earn probably 4 or 5 classes in a day. And that's no BS, especially if you have premium. But earning classes needs to be easier. Yes, we need to work for the classes. I personally don't believe, that you need to just run to a province and it should be given to you. Because my thing is, you're going to run out of stuff to do if you do it that way. I believe it should be a little bit of a grinding incentive. Not so, as crazy as, we're farming these items that are so hard to get and we just need hundreds of thousands and millions of them. So, like, no. Make it, just an acceptable grind. Let a couple hundred or maybe, even 1,000 of these things, drop per dungeon or something like that. Give us some serious stuff. Next thing is, a lot of these pay-to-win incentives gotta stop. The thing about Skyforge, about this game is, and the best thing I love about it is, it has style. You can dress however you want. But the thing about my.com and Alids is, you guys are, so worried about getting that dollar that you literally sell experience points for money. People should not be able to buy knowledge of enemies, the main currency that can raise your character's might and prestige, with actual cash. And then, the things that, the little things that let you lift the cap, you can buy those too, using cash. They cost Argents. Now, granted, you're given Argents, almost on a daily basis. That's fine. But if that's the case, there really should not be an option to purchase these if we're going to earn that currency, more often. Let people, grind it. Work for it. And that's another thing, give people a way to grind for Argents, whether, put dungeons and quests in that give Argents, or better yet, make a credits to Argent system, give us, I don't know, 100 Argents for, every 1,000 credits, or, something like that, give the game some balance, all the style in here, all the outfits and stuff you can wear and stuff like that, you guys can make microtransaction money easier, put that stuff with, mounts, cool looking stuff, give us weapon skins, give the Berserker an option, to make his chain sword look like an actual knight's greatsword from Dark Souls or something. I don't know, just, use that creativity y'all made this game with, because the game has serious potential, but y'all screw up, such basic things with such stupid stuff, and it's terrible. It's honestly, it's terrible. So if you do those 5 or 6 things, I'll honestly just be happy. Give the game some balancing, because the way you farm gear and everything like that, I like it. I love all the all the rating, all the end game content. I think it's great. But the fact that everything's so unbalanced, you can buy your way through it all, and then you have no real way to build groups for the harder content. It's discouraging, and it makes it really unenjoyable to play. But anyway, guys, comment below, share y'all thoughts. Tell me what changes y'all would need to see, for you to dive back into Skyforge, or to give it another try. Comment below, let me know. Like I said, forwarding this video to the devs, so that trust and believe, hopefully this gets to them and just tries gets some kind of attention, and just gives a bit of a wake-up call in a bit. But anyway, guys, like I said, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.